just make sure it's kosher. Lean on me like Bill Withers until you smell the roses.
What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement, still moving. Subscribe or die trying. You see the thumbnail, man. They know what they're doing. So they had this conversation. I wound up seeing a clip of it with Nick Cannon, and I forgot the guy's name, but from the ADL, Anti-Defamation League. So it's basically like, for people who don't understand, like a Jewish NAACP, right? And talking to him about the situation going on with Kyrie Irving and probably Kanye, and the things that were considered anti-Semitic and the things that we're trying to explain how sometimes Jewish people go too far. And he was saying a buck breaking thing. And the guy was sitting there like, I didn't know about that. And here's the issue. They know exactly about racism in America. And the problem with that is when you think about a demographic particularly, like you're supposed to walk on eggshells when talking about Jewish people who have done horrible things or who have done backstabbing things that like they don't, like as if they don't exist. Like if I talk about white people in general, and Jewish people are white. So if I talk about white people and it's historical, it's, oh, you're anti-white, it's reverse racism. It looks crazy when people say that. If I talk about the Hispanic community and their anti-blackness, it is, well, it is history, but you don't understand. It's a difference in culture, okay. But talk about, Muslims or Arabs in that same vein. It's the pushback, once it's factual, it's like, you can't really knock that. You try to, but it looks ridiculous. And same thing with the LGBT community, right? Same thing with Asians. But in particular, when it comes to Jewish people, it's like they act like they don't know when they're out of pocket. They know. And people need to stop playing like they don't know, like they know. Like, when we talk about Black history in America, the sports and entertainment route, they know what that is. Because they took the sports and entertainment route prior to Jackie Robinson breaking the color barrier in baseball. They were getting disrespected like that on the baseball diamond, but they were white, so they were allowed to play. You see what I'm saying? Same thing with the entertainment. They used to wear blackface and make fun of us. Not just other white people, them too. So it's like this idea that I don't know what we're doing and how did we get here. We come together. That's nice. That's nice. But if you can't be honest, like when the guy who runs TMZ, he makes sure to put black people out on front streets, but he makes sure to hide what white people and Jewish people do. But he doesn't push the green light on white people and his own Jewish people when they're out of pocket, but he pushes the green light when he sees somebody black. We see that. Like, we know that. You know what I'm saying? That's why sometimes I brought up the Donald Sterling thing when Donald Sterling did the thing that he didn't like black people or whatever, and a girlfriend taped him. When she asked him about the black Jews in Israel, he said they were dogs. And that first came out. But then after that, the clip was doctored. Like, we already saw the first one. Like, we're not going to forget that. See what I'm saying? And so for us, it's like, we know you know what you're doing. We know you're playing this game where I've been discriminated, and I know what oppression feels like, and I know when somebody is using media propaganda to turn a nation against me so I can get attacked. And you know what that is, but you do the very same thing. And then go, oh, you're being anti-Semitic for saying it. No. And this is opposite of, we got some black people, just like everybody else has groups, who sell a group out. And like, give you a prime example. And this is how I look at society right now. If you ever watched the movie Inside Man, The first one with Denzel Washington. The bank owner was a Jewish guy who worked for Nazis and got his own people killed because they paid. And then he became a pillar in the community to wipe that clean, but nobody knew, right? But somebody knew, but he didn't think anybody knew. So that came to pass. But in this modern day, if you put that in real life, Denzel Washington being a black dude who finds out that he's full of it and starts to break this guy would be considered anti-Semitic. See what I'm saying? Because I don't know what you're talking about, and I didn't know people did such things, and we're the one and the same, and then all the dude would actually do is go to the media and say this black cop is anti-Semitic and he's trying to tear me down because I'm Jewish. I remember my first week actually working. I was doing a job, and I went to this house, and the guy wasn't home when I was doing this job. When I first started this job years ago, like 20 years ago, and it's like the first week, and go to this guy's house. He's not home, but his dog's home. So his dog just tears up stuff, and then he's mad. He comes back to the office, and he tells the supervisor at the time that I set his dog off because he was Jewish. He wasn't home. I didn't know my first week there, who knew what was going on, but his automatic thing was that he was Jewish. And the supervisor was speaking to him in I guess in Hebrew or whatever, Arabic, whatever it was. He was letting him like, it's all good, man. Like, relax. Like, how's he supposed to know that not to do this and set off your dog at your house, and he shows up out of the blue because you're Jewish and your dog tears up the house? Like, that doesn't make sense. But this type of stuff happens. So, in my opinion, it's like when we had these conversations, and now you see the NBA and people like Shannon Sharp, Skip Bayless, not Skip, but yes, Stephen A. Smith, and even Shaq and them kind of turning like maybe they going too far on Kyrie. And the people like, wait, I didn't know that this is too far. They know. They just didn't expect society to go, wait a minute. I told y'all do too much. But now you're seeing it. So tell me what you think. Like, share, subscribe, or die trying. Catch you on the next one. Peace.